Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. This is the time I'm going to be smelting some pewter. Right, welcome back. Okay, so I've got these pewter items here. I'm going to bash them up so that they fit in this pot. I'm going to melt them down and pour it into this graphite crucible. The reason why I'm doing that is just for easier storage for when I do my model making. So yeah, I've already got some pewter in there from last time. So yeah, I'm going to just letting that melt and I'm going to start pouring into there. I've also got a couple of these from a failed project. Yeah, so I'll melt those down with the torch later on. And I've also got, not that's lead, some pewter in there. This is from my broken melting pot. I've got to somehow get it out of there, so I was thinking of just getting a torch in there, melting it and letting it drip out into that pot. So let's do this. Right. Yes, it is old, but it's not rare. Okay, so if you are of a nervous disposition, please skip the next few minutes. That'll fit nicely. Right, I'll go ahead and do the rest of them, and I'll be right back. Right, so there we are. It took some doing, but it's all bashed up, ready to go into the pot. So this stuff's all, the stuff that was in there before is all melted now. So what I'm going to do is just simply pour it into these graphite things here and make some little bars out of them. I was planning on melting on my lead. Under this stuff here is like loads of lead. So let's just go ahead and do this. Right, yeah, sorry about that, I was interrupted. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this pewter that's in the pot first. So I'm going to put some powder in there because that helps it. Helps the ingots, if you like. Yeah, the ingots come out. So just a bit of powder, and I'm just gonna turn the pot off. Safety first. I'm gonna scrape all the dross off the top. Chop that over there. Turn it back on. Keep it nice and hot. I'll go ahead and pour this thing. It's got a bit of a goldy colour because I've got it up a bit too high in temperature, but that's alright. Oops. Yeah, that's happened because my little crucible there is a little bit broken. Got to get a couple of new ones, I think. But that's alright, it's not a problem. I'll just scoop that up when it's cool and remelt it. Not a problem. Right, what I did do off camera is I pulled the bit that dribbled out. I pulled it off and remelted it, and I just thought I'd test out. But two of those round cakes I've just melted and stuck the rest into the pot with a blowtorch here. That there's going to fit in there quite nicely anyway. So, right. So anyway, let's take these out. There you go. Just like that. I'll stack them over there. Pour some more powder in. Not too much. Don't need too much. And pour some more in. Yeah, some people do ask us, why do you bother doing this? It's just easier to store it, you know, in smaller sizes like this. That one nearly dribbled out. Yeah, it's a bit like what I've done with those musket balls that I used to have. Oh, I melted them all down and turn them into bars like this. It's just easier to store it, is all, rather than have musket balls everywhere. Right, so I'll do this a few more times until the pot's empty. Then we'll go ahead and melt some of this stuff. Well, I've done a few bars and starting to get a little bit low. This is the stuff that was in there before, plus those two failed sort of art projects from earlier. This here is another one that failed. It's all solid pewter, it's quite heavy. So I'll turn this off and I'm just going to put it in. Put it back on. And there we go, it's starting to melt away. Cool, I'll give that a few minutes and I'll see it bubbling away there. Give that a few minutes to melt and I'll pour some more. Alright, what I'm doing here, this is my other melting pot that broke. It still had some pewter left in it, so I'm literally just melting it down. I'm pouring it into the working pot, a little bit at a time. It's going to take a while. There's no point wasting all that pewter, so right, I'll do this and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I've thrown the old melting pot away. I was able to melt it down enough, and this fell out the bottom as I bashed it. So yeah, that's the last remaining bit. So I'll turn this pot off for safety. Just plonk it in there. Turn it back on. I'll leave that for a few minutes to melt. As you can see, we're getting a few bars now. I'll go ahead and make some more little ingots out of the stuff that's in here now, and then we'll go ahead and start melting the pewter tankards and teapots. Right, okay, we're sort of nearing near the bottom. I like to keep a little bit of liquefied pewter in the pot whilst I'm melting the other bits. Reason for that, it just helps it go melt down a bit quicker. So I'm going to turn this thing off because I don't want to electrocute myself, just in case. And I'm just going to plop it in there, turn it back on, and there we are. We see it melting away. All the crap and all the rubbish that's still on there from when it was used all those years ago, we'll just float to the top. I'll scoop it off, and then we've got some pure liquid pewter. Okay, see, it shouldn't take too long to melt. And that was the teapot. Obviously there's bits here, the handle of the lid, and ways to hold it to pour it. They're no good, so I'll just throw them in the bin. There we are. I'll give that a few minutes and I'll start pouring some more ingots. Right then folks, rain has stopped play. So I've got a few bits to melt in the future. I'm under my umbrella here. So I'm going to quickly pack away. We've done quite a few ingots, I'm pleased to say. Obviously we've got loads more to go, but I'll do that for another day, a drier day. Right, thanks for joining me guys. Please give my video a thumbs up, and hopefully I shall see you very soon.